It's mind blowing to me. I'm now pissed off, and I don't want to finish the rest of this podcast. Somebody else take
you, son. Mic drop.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Commissioner's Report, a CGI Madden League podcast. I am your host, the commissioner of the CGI Madden League, the_game836. I can be followed at the_game836 on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube is where I usually stream my CGI Madden League games. Twitch is where I stream everything else. And of course, I'm joined by a round table of my co-commissioners in this Zoom box chat that we're in. Of course, I'll start with the Solution 113, who we missed you last time, man. What happened? Where you been?
Yeah, man. I kind of overslept a little bit, woke up to a lot of notifications and things, but it's life. It happens.
Couple missed phone calls, couple of tags in the DM.
Tags and, all type of stuff, man. It happens, man.
Well, we're glad you're okay. We're glad you're okay. We're glad to have you back. We gave you a couple shout outs last episode. It wasn't the same without you.
I appreciate it.
Joining us as well is one of our other co-commissioners, the Mad 88 Titan, Thanos himself, Wakanda. What's good,
bro? What's up, man? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? It's good to be back on the podcast.
Now, what is your vented interest in this Giants-Bucks game tonight?
I got Grunt playing, and I got Devin White playing, and I got the Bucks defense.
Oh, you in the IDP league? Okay.
Yeah. So I need to make sure I got the number one spot right now, and I need to make sure I keep that joint because teams are starting to get healthy.
You got money on the line?
Yeah, big bread.
Ooh.
Big bread. It was 150 ahead.
Ooh. You are a better man than me.
It's the Bros League, so it's one of those things where we've been doing it every single year. So, yeah, I need this dub. And every week, the highest scoring team gets like $50 every week. If you score the highest points every week, you get 50 points. So, yeah, man.
Big money league. And then, of course, we're joined by the enforcer, Red Boy Lightning.
I like how you put the enforcer on that.
The enforcer.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, real grizzly, the enforcer.
What's good? What's going on, fellas? Glad to be back on another episode of the Commissioner's Report, as always.
There we go. So, man, usually we start our episodes of the Commissioner's Report off with the State of Madden 21 topic of the week. And real quick, of course, you can follow the CGI Madden League on Twitter at CGI Madden League. We're a PS4 Madden League. So if you're interested in keeping up with us, follow us on Twitter. We also got a YouTube page, Clutch Gene Intel, where we post our podcast episodes. If you like them, if you prefer to hear them through YouTube as opposed to listening to them on Podbean, which is our podcast hosting website. Usually we start our episodes off with the State of Madden 21 topic of the week. I don't really got one. If anything, Madden Season 2 is starting this week. That doesn't really apply to us as franchise players. That's some Madden Ultimate Team crap. The franchise update that we've been waiting for is also on the horizon. But of course, they haven't released full details as to when exactly. They just said mid-November. That's coming soon. We'll do an episode once that comes out. Other than that, we don't really got anything on the State of Madden 20 topic this week. Madden 21 topic this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a new segment. There's been some things going on, and we want an opportunity to kind of sound off and then bounce some things off of each other here on this audio platform that we got. Visual for us since we're on Zoom. So what we're going to do, we're going to start this new segment called the Therapy Couch. The therapy couch is just going to be a quick segment here. It gives us the opportunity to kind of sound off on anything that's kind of ruffling our feathers, grinding our gears, bothering us a little bit, and then the rest of us will kind of bounce off of it, and we'll give each other a therapy session to kind of talk us down, calm us down, bring us back down to earth, and make it feel like we're okay. All right, now. You like it? All right, cool. So, I'm gonna let Solution start. I'm gonna let Solution start. You cool with that?
I love it.
All right, I'm gonna let
get
you
some
start.
things off my chest.
I'm gonna let you start, and then I know Wakanda got some stuff to say. Red Boy, I don't know if you had anything. Red Boy, do you have anything?
You never come. Boy.
I don't really have anything too much, but I'll chime in a bit.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna be the therapist for the most part in this.
Yeah. I like it.
You be Dr. Phil. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Solution. What do you need therapy on today?
Well, let me break it down to you guys. So was it yesterday? It was brought to our attention in a league game between Cy and Kid, Jaguars Dolphins, right? Game's going on. I tune in. I'm looking at it. Yada yada yada.
It's a good matchup on paper. Ideally,
on paper, it's a good matchup. It's two. I consider both elite users.
Yeah,
going head to head or whatever the case may be. And so I noticed Cy's having a little, kids kind of working him a little bit. He's kind of getting whooped. And then I see the stream cut. So I'm like, what's really good? What's going on? So I'm scrolling, scrambling. Red Boy comes in the commish chat. He says, yeah, did y'all see that? I check it out. And then I see Cy says, oh, what do you say? My bad, your win or something like that.
Your win. He said your win. Your
win. Okay, so for me, you guys know how I felt about it. It was kind of like a trigger for me because Cy's one of those dudes who I give the utmost respect. A lot of people, we give the side tree a lot of shit. We get on them, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, if you're a good user, you winning games, what can we really say, right? You're winning games, you're doing your thing. To me, Cy's a perennial CGI Bowl contender. Year in and year out, he has an opportunity to be a threat to win it all. And I've seen him hang 50 plus, 60 plus on people, and they took it on the chin. But he was losing by maybe. Been a victim of this. See, I got my other brother. He feels the pain. So I see that he was losing. What was it? It was like 30 something to whatever. He was down by maybe. Okay. Nothing super crazy, but then he quit. And my fucking dude, I'm not trying to single you out, but this is just what I saw. This is what I observed. You cool with kicking? You done kicked a lot of dudes' ass in this league for seasons upon seasons. I've probably been a victim of that too. And everybody took it on the chin and just said, "Okay, it is what it is. Chalk it up to what it is. Take the L, keep it moving." But once you feel a little adversity, you want to quit. After you done hung big numbers on all these other people, your offense is moving up and down the field. Every time I watch this game, up and down the field, up and down the field. For guys like me and other people, I'm not going to name anyone else. This is about me. I struggle to move the offense to get first downs, third downs, yada, yada, yada. It's a struggle for me on offense. So it's kind of like a slap in the face for you to be as good as you are. You can do whatever you want on offense, but you losing and then, nah, man, fuck this. I'm going to quit. You take the win. Come on, bro. We all grown men, man. Like, that's I can't respect it. I have respect for you, so I respect everyone in here. I don't have beef with anyone, contrary to what anyone believes, man. It's just Madden. But as you look at things, you can tell how people really are, how they play. You know what I'm saying? If you can't take adversity, you're cool with dishing it out, but you can't take it, I can't really respect that. That was an issue for me. It was a trigger for me. I was really bothered, as you guys can tell.
And it's understandable. It was crazy because just in G6, Cy had just dogged the Batman G6. Remember the dude was in the chat like, man, show me a little mercy and stuff like that.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Oh wow. I forgot all about that. That literally just happened yesterday before the game against Kids.
Before the game he played.
Yeah, it was that morning. He dogged.
Make it make sense to me, fellas.
It was a new user, and he dogged him. And then, you know what I'm saying? Kid, he gave him the voodoo. Because, kid know how to play him. You know what I mean? And I text Cy, I sent him the joint. You know me, I'm an asshole with it. Cause it's you know what I mean? And I told him, I said, you know what time it is. And I told him to play if he had the bench or whatever. And he pretty much was just like, you know what I'm saying? He admitted to it, which I give him kudos for that. He admitted to it. And I told him, you know, it happens to the best of us. It happens. But I told him, I was like, but you be talking big shit. When you was telling Bama's, you know, the Dolphins are putting people on notice and stuff like that. You got to stick to that, even if you lose. You understand what I'm saying? Because, hey, when you throw it out there, hey, you're going to have people gunning for you. That's what it was. And, you know, he probably was reading the chat. Like Shaq thinks shit sweet. Oh, all right, bet. We're going to show him how sweet shit is.
How sweet shit is, yeah.
Yeah. I feel solution. I don't quite feel solution pain the way he do, but I understand where he coming from. Because for him to for users like him, and I'll say one other person like Train that actually know football, that actually, you know what I'm saying, build their teams. They ain't load up and play users. They give maintenance to their teams, build them off season, try to draft well, try to make good trades and acquire pieces to put a good franchise together. And it seems like more often than not, their football IQ doesn't work out in their favor. And for somebody like, you know, an elite user to really be steamrolling folks and then come up against another elite user and get steamrolled and to just quit in the fashion that he did and just say, like, yeah, you'll win.
I like when after the stream cut, everybody was like, well, "What happened?
What happened?
Y'all know what happened?
Yeah, man. You know what's up, man.
Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened."
I was watching it live, dog. I was watching it live. What the last 2 minutes of the game was Kid had hit I think Shark on a long touchdown. Like he made a good play. Like I think he caught it kind of short and then made a few people miss and took it to the crib. And then the ensuing drive, I think he forced a fumble on the side had the ball, was going to drive down the field. Kid forced a fumble. They got a penalty call on it, so it got put back. You know what I'm saying? The play was negated. And then I think either the next play or the play after that, 2 plays later, he threw an interception and the stream just cut.
In the fourth quarter, though,
Like, what?
What quarter was it?
Was it fourth quarter?
I think it was the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Look,
all the stats.
Right, yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Look, I've when it comes to quitting games, for one, it's completely unacceptable. You should never quit a game. Not in a Madden league, not in a Madden league setting. You should never quit a game. Now, I've done it before. We've all done it before. We've all had our moments. And for Sai yesterday, I guess, you know, it was just one of those moments. So for that, I mean, I give a pass. I give a pass in, you know, an emotional sense. Obviously, in a physical sense, he's, you know, going to suffer from penalties and suspensions and stuff like that. But from an emotional sense, I do understand sometimes you just have that one game where it's just like, why am I wasting my life? I'm done. PlayStation cut off.
Yeah.
Go outside and smoke.
Right. My thing about that is I agree, but then it's like guys who get steamrolled every single game. Like you see guys in there. I'm at the bottom too, but there's a lot of guys who be going 1-win seasons, 2-win seasons. They be getting dogged and they finish all their games. And these dudes, I'm thinking in my mind, if I was them, I'd jump out the fucking window right now. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pulling hair. I'd be doing some crazy shit. I'd be going nuts. But they just be like, oh, okay, well, maybe next season. You know what I'm saying? And Sai, who is elite, man. Like, that shit is just – it reminds me of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. It's just a sucker move to me. Just me. I'm not calling you a sucker, Sai. I don't know you. Cool guy, whatever. I didn't like that picture you posted years ago. I'm still on you about that. That wasn't cool. I was caught off guard with that one, bro.
You got to put it in context. He said that his phone, pocket down.
You right.
Camera.
Went to his camera, selected the picture. Right. I got you. It happens to the best of us, yeah. Yeah,
That's never
I'm with
happened
you.
to me. That's never
Yeah,
happened.
I remember.
I've never
Nah,
bet
yeah,
without a photo.
me neither.
But no, let me ask you this. Chris. Let me ask you this question, Chris. You're an elite user. Do you consider Shy
Some would
one of
say,
the
I
top
don't know. I wouldn't know if I would call myself elite, but some would say I am.
How many days you got? Oh, okay, true.
So
Continue.
look, would you
1,
consider
2,
Shy
3.
elite?
How many rings? Huh?
Okay.
One
Would
for
you
the
consider
thumb?
The ring
Shy an
check.
elite user?
Would I consider Side an elite user?
Yes. Remember, this the couch. You gotta be honest.
He said, "Remember you." Oh man.
Side's a good user. Side's
Is he elite? Is he elite?
I no disrespect, Side. I don't put Side as an elite user, dog.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't put Side as an elite user. I think he's some good tactics, some good skills. But I honestly think Nick P is better than Side.
I agree.
And
He is.
I think that Cam is better than Side.
He is.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
Actually, ooh.
I've only played Shy like maybe 3 times ever. I just go off of what I see and record wise, but
Hold on, D.
you
What
guys
you about to
know.
say, D? What you about
So
to say?
you go ahead. I'll let D go,
Go
and
ahead,
then
D.
I'll go in more into why I said that.
Ooh, that side cam comparison is kind of tough, man. I don't know.
They know each other. They know how to play each other.
That don't even matter. I'm just saying, like, if you're going into a matchup versus one versus going to a matchup versus the other,
You rather play Cam? That's what you was about to say.
I don't know. I can't say that. I can't say that because I just lost to him 45-0 in the NFC Championship game. So
like 40 points on me last season too. Yeah, he dropped some points on me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a debate. I think that debate will work itself out throughout the year.
Of course they're gonna think we throwing shade, but now I asked Chris that because Chris is an elite user. Now, with that being said, Sai is a headache to play. He is definitely a headache to play.
Oh yeah,
he's not 100%. He's not a pushover. It's not like it's an easy dub when you play him and stuff. Yeah.
Even if you don't want to say he's an elite user, at the very least he's an upper echelon user.
Yeah,
he's a perennial playoff team.
Yes.
The reason I say he's not an elite user, when I think of elite users in my mind, these are the people I think of. I hope I don't leave nobody off this list. I think of Don. I think of AJ. I think of Nick P. I think of Kid. I think of Dev as being the lead. I think Dizzle is making his way into being elite status. I would have him right on the outside cusp. I will put him and Cam in kind of like the same category. But all of the rest of the guys I just named, they are they are always in the contention, not just in the playoffs, but they're playing for conference championships all the time. They're always up there. I'm leaving folks off the list. Game it's elite. I forgot about. Damn, bro. My bad, dog. Oh my God, son.
Hey, look, now you know how he really feels about you.
Man.
Oh,
he's I gotta say
I
game.
feel so bad.
You just watched me. You just watched me lose 42-7 today to the Lions. So I completely understand.
No, but yeah. So it's not just when we talk about elite. It's not just who's doing good against the people. Like I put up 80 on Yates. I'm supposed to put up on 80 on Yates. You know, AJ
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? AJ put up 70 on BK. He's supposed to put 70 up on BK. What do the elite users look like? Like when Cam plays AJ, look at those games, dog. Those games have been by far. That's been the best series in this cycle so far. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I look at. How I look at the elite users. So in that sense, Sai wouldn't be an elite user. He's a good user. You cannot pencil in a W in on Sai. You know what I'm saying? Sai just really he's a really good user, dog. He's a really good user. That's what I.
Okay.
Like all NBA second team. Okay. All NBA third team.
Hey,
Second or
Solution
third.
coming with that heat tonight, dog. He took an episode off. He coming with that fire tonight.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to get the categories all NBA, first team, second team. Okay.
Well, I'm
Okay.
sure. I'm sure Sai will have a lot to say about this, but I don't know. I like I said, I think he's an upper echelon user. He had 2 CGI Bowl appearances last Madden 20. He won one of those. Think he made another conference championship appearance outside of his 2 bowl appearances. So, and he came up short in the playoffs this past season, right? Didn't he come up? Yeah, he came up short this past season, but so far he's 5-2 this season. So he's got a long way to go this season. But regardless, the moral of the story is quitting is unacceptable. We do get it. Madden gets the best of us. I've had my moments. Everybody's seen my moments in the chat. We've all had our moments. Some people are good at keeping them in the commish chat, like Solution. Solution don't have his moments outside of the commish chat.
They'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want nobody looking at me like a crazy person, man. But Madden will set you off, bro.
Look at me. You could just be like me and not give a fuck how they look at you.
Hey, listen.
But I be laughing.
Me and Chris in the same bro. Speaking of fuck, we don't care how.
Look, y'all just be blurting out shit. I be laughing. I be like, okay, true.
It's the difference between your persona and your real life persona, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Solution got that off his chest. What you got? What you got to get off your chest, Wakanda?
So this is what I was gonna say. Madden is a video game. We all know that.
Wait, what is it?
Some people, that's their life, man. Some people.
But no, this is what I want to say. And Madden's a video game, and of course, with every video game, there's ins and outs to the game that some people just know and other people don't. You understand what I'm saying? And that separates the elite users, the great users from the middle tier or the bottom tier and things of that nature. It's understanding coverages, knowing people's tendencies, all those things. But then it's also knowing how to manipulate the AIs and things of that nature when it comes to the game. And some people will sell their soul for a Madden win, man. Some people will sell their soul for it. You know what I mean?
Damn, man.
And some of us won't do it, others will. Like to this day, I've tried the 4-6 cover the whole field thing, and I can't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's something I've tried to figure out, and I can't do it. When I played AJ, I was watching, because AJ is the person who's mastered the deep ball.
Our Bucks user.
Yeah, a Bucks user. He was mastered the deep ball. I was watching Mike Evans tiptoe before he does the aggressive catch. Like in real life, like he's pacing for the ball and stuff like that. I do that shit with DeAndre Hopkins. He doesn't even fucking jump. AJ knows how to throw the deep ball. He knows how to do it. Cam knows how to do it, and Sai knows how to do it. Them three in particular know how to do that. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you, all I do is press triangle. You're not, bro, because I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm doing the same exact thing that you're doing. And like I said, Mike Evans was doing it and Godwin was doing it. Like they would tiptoe, then jump and catch the ball. You know what I mean? Like it's a way to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm trying to figure that shit out because I have DeAndre Hopkins, and DeAndre Hopkins be getting guarded by stinking ass quarterbacks that I know in real life. Hopkins put 150 yards.
He'll eat them niggas alive.
He'll eat them alive. You know what I mean? But it's a way for everything. For instance, I have Khalil Mack and Chandler Jones, both superstar X factors. No pressure. Not, like they'll have a game where they get pressure, other game, no pressure at all. But when I play AJ, Vinny Vita, well, my man Vita Vea, coming through there. He coming through there every single time. Every single time. You know what I mean? It's just like, dog. And I'm micing him. If I'm not micing him, I'm double teaming him. and they're still getting pressure. It's
That's
crazy. Super crazy.
Oh my God.
So there's ways. I don't care what nobody say. These people know the ins and outs. They like people like AJ, and that's not taken away from his user skill because he's an elite user. But it's people that just know the game. They know. And I'll never forget when Dev was winning all last year, and AJ said that he was like he just know how to play video games. Like if Devin plays a video game, he's gonna pick up on it fast and he's gonna master it easily. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
I know somebody like that too.
Those days those days are gone. Like,
Man, I hate that too.
I want to be able to just pick up the game and just start playing. Oh, I'm good. Nope, I gotta practice and try to be good. And
yeah, like we gotta really lab up.
So to your point though, since I'm the therapist tonight and I'm touching on everybody's topics, to your point, there are definitely tricks to the Madden game, and it's crazy.
You know him, Chris, and you know him.
And you know.
I don't know nothing. I do not recall, counsel.
Show you right. Mm-hmm.
Do not recall the event, Senator. Nah, but it's actually I'm gonna give a little bit of it's actually certain plays that you can call certain hot routes or defensive hot routes that'll make certain things happen. It's certain buttons that are not on the button configuration of gameplay when you are running, defending, doing a series of actions in the game where EA does not give you the button configuration to do some of these animations or to get some of this stuff done or have your players react to certain things. And some of us know them, some of us don't. I know a few of them. I'm sure I don't know all of them, but you can tell when you watch certain users play the game and the animations they get or how their players react or just whatever. It's various little tales that you can see like, oh, this dude knows something. Like this glitch in the matrix.
Listen, and G6, Dizzle has become an excellent user. Let me just say that. Dizzle was one of the users that I predicted he was getting ready to, take that next leap. When I tell you Dizzle torched me in G6, and I've never been torched by Dizzle in Madden ever. Like I'm talking about, like he was throwing. I forgot who his receivers was, but when I tell you he was throwing bombs and like they was getting open on no matter the coverage, and they was getting open. I was like, yo, like he knows something. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. You know what I mean? So, with Dizzle winning, I want to see my man win. But I was like, he knows something. He is no way. And you see it in the CGI. He got Scary Terry going. He got him going. Against any coverage. Scary Terry is cooking. And he did the same thing in G6. I'm talking about he was throwing, like I said, any coverage. Man, cover 2, cover 4, cloud, all that shit. And he was crushing that shit.
Every time I do that shit, safeties attack the ball, son. All the secondary just attacks the ball. Son, it'd be an area open. I said, look at this area, wide open. Let me toss it in there. 5 niggas converge on the ball. Like, where'd y'all even come from? Every single time, son. It makes me not want to throw.
Dude, to your point on DeAndre Hopkins, I had DeAndre Hopkins all last year, and I felt like he was, in my opinion, having DeAndre Hopkins was almost like having the worst receiver I've ever had in my 5 years of CGI.
Dog.
The worst number one receiver I've ever had. Like Josh Doxson had been better than any performance I ever got from DeAndre Hopkins.
That's nuts. And when I tell you DeAndre Hopkins, like I don't know what it is, but like I try my hardest. Well, let me say this: Kyler Murray be overthrowing that motherfucker so much, bro. But it do be cases where it's like a jump ball situation, and he don't jump or the corner sauce him. It's just like, dog, this doesn't happen to DeAndre Hopkins. Like this is one of the top 3 receivers in the league, maybe top 2 him and Michael Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, and he be getting cooked. He be getting cooked.
Yeah, and what I would like to believe is that it's again kind of bringing it full circle to what you said. It might not be DeAndre Hopkins' fault. It's the fault of we don't know the tricks on how to get a receiver to act like an elite receiver, to get an elite receiver to act like an elite receiver, and we don't know the tricks of what throws, what timing, what whatever else triggers the catch animations that some of our other users that we see benefit from all the time. I think that's part of it. I don't know. It's frustrating. I wish this is partly EA's fault because they don't give us anything to go off of. They don't put an instruction manual in the game anymore. There's no freaking strategy guides. There's nothing. They don't give us anything anymore. They just throw a game at us every year because they know our dumbasses are gonna buy
it. 65 a pop.
$65 a pop every year.
Let me throw this out there too. All of the stuff that I do know about the game, I don't use in CGI. It's even just some of the stuff where it's like you find out certain stuff and you're like, bro, this is so cheesy. Like I'm not even about to do this. Like
that's a big thing for me too.
I don't have to do this to win. Like this is not football.
Listen, you're not gonna sell your soul. Man,
It's easy to go on YouTube and study that shit if that's what you want to do. I'm just not willing to do that because I'm not into not playing real football. That's the whole purpose of having this as a sim league, is to play as close to real football as possible.
Right. So if you didn't care about that stuff, you'd be playing head to head online, or you'd be playing in MUT tournaments and stuff like that.
For sure. I think everybody in this league is so competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to CGI Bowl, and they're gonna do, and there's certain users who'll do whatever to make sure that they either get it or get into that contention. You know what I'm saying? And it happens.
That's why I think Solution was so not to cut you off. What Solution was so frustrated with Sai, because we have like this core group of users has been together so long, where it's like, we know this is CGI. Like this is the league. Like this is the top league. You know what I'm saying? Quitting. Nobody. I don't think nobody before Sai quit that game. I don't know if anybody quit the whole last cycle.
I did.
Oh man! Hey, throw the whole episode away, fellas. Throw it all away. Throw the whole episode.
But see, this again goes full circle. It ties into what Wakanda was saying. The game where I quit, it was a game against Cam Bam. He was the Colts user. I was the Texans user last year in Madden 20, and it was just a game where I felt helpless. I felt like no matter what I did on defense, he was getting every single amazing catch animation in the game, and I've like catch animations I've never seen in all my years of playing Madden. He was getting them with average people such Ricky Seals Jones was one. Eric Ebron, not that Eric Ebron is average, but like
he's average. He's average.
He's
done for me lately.
I can hear frustration in your voice as you talking about it.
Because the frustration just comes from, it feels like a lot of times it feels like I'm not playing the same game that I'm watching everybody else play.
Exactly.
That's where the frustration comes from.
Yeah.
Today, take for example, and this can be, I guess this can be my part of the therapy session. Take for example my game today against the Detroit Lions. I played against Juice, the Detroit Lions today. I watched his defense play so hard that game. His defense has 190 overall, and that's a second-year player, Jeff Okudah. Everybody else is under like 85 overall on his defense. Probably much lower than 85 overall. Excuse me, 87 overall, because he has Trey Flowers. His defense played so hard that game. They were moving everywhere. They were block shedding everything. They were pushing my pocket all over the place. my defense, the whole reason I picked the 49ers, my defensive line, the linebackers that they have, the secondary that I put together, I'm just watching them stand and do nothing. When he's running the ball, they're just standing. My defenders were standing there waiting to be blocked. My defensive linemen were just playing patty cake. They weren't pushing offensive linemen out the way. They were waiting for offensive linemen to come push them out the way. That's where my frustration comes from, is that sometimes it's like you go into a game, the coin flips, whatever side that coin lands on, good fucking luck. It's just, sometimes you're not playing the same game. I feel like I'm not playing the same game as everybody else. I feel like I'm watching people's streams and they're just having a blast, just fucking throwing the ball all over the place, fucking leaping catches, fucking wide open receivers down the field with no safeties trailing them in sight. Let me try to throw a deep ball and watch some safety or some cornerback get a speed boost and catch up and jump over. It just it's mind blowing to me. I'm now pissed off and I don't want to finish the rest of this podcast. Somebody else take
it. Mic drop.
Nah, it's frustrating.
It is a coin toss, dog, because when the stuff goes your way, you can't deny that, you know what I'm saying, stuff is going your way.
Sure.
Animations and you know what I'm saying, receiver, you know what I'm saying, you might be shutting somebody down the whole game, then the one time they get a wide open receiver drops the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My week 1 game versus Kid, I mean, everything went my way. I've never seen a game go against Kid the way that it did. I won the coin flip. It just is what it is. I won the coin flip. Everything just went my way that game. Ever since then, it's been a whole complete shit show.
At times it feels like I'm trying out a different team. It's like, okay, you're a 90 overall, you're an 85 overall, you're this. You get on the field, all of them playing like 60s, drop passes, not getting blocks. Like, I got the best left tackle in the game, or the top 3 left tackle in the game. Last year he gave up 20-something sacks.
That's nuts.
And that was by like week 15. Like, come on, bro. It doesn't make sense. Like, so what's the purpose of even why are you telling me that he's a superstar, he's an X factor, he's this and that, but he's not performing like an average scrub? He's performing like a third stringer. A third string lineman. That means he shouldn't be in the league. He's a bum. I'm not trading him though. I'm gonna keep him. But still, it's just it blows me.
It's understandable, bro. It's understandable. It's just like that could be the name of the podcast, The Tricks to the Trade. You know what I mean? Because it's tricks to the trade that certain people know, but other people don't.
Let's get AJ, Cy, Nick P, and Don to do a podcast together called Tricks to the Trade.
I'll tune into that joint. I'll tune into that joint faithfully. I need to know. Let me know. Bro, it's to the point.
D-Bev too.
I'm about to say,
definitely. He's probably the best example. Disgusting. I'll just get so disgusted with this game, man. It's like the same results every year. It's like, at least the game is better than it was last year, in my opinion. I think last Madden was probably the worst sports game I ever played in my life. This one's close, but it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, the therapy couch, I don't know if it helped. I'm still feeling kind of down.
We're going to get off this phone, and one of us is going to play Madden tonight and lose by 40. And go to the commish chat. Like, see the bullshit I'm talking about?
See, this is the bullshit I'm talking about, man. Fuck this game. Throwing controllers, swinging in the air like you boys in the hood. Man.
Hey, man, I could tell when game blew up today, man. I was like, nah, man, go ahead and go to the commish chat, man. You can't blow up like me and Wakanda be blowing up, dog. You the leader, man. You got to hold the fort.
Too late. They've seen me go off plenty of times. They're used to it. They know that they know I ain't going nowhere.
None of us.
Well, that was the therapy couch. Like I said, it didn't help much, but hey, we got some things off our chest at the least.
In there with the Tricks of the Trade podcast.
Absolutely.
A CGI podcast spinoff. There we go. All right, so we're now in the second season of our Madden 21 year in CGI. We're not going to spend too much time on it because we're in week 7 now, so still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. But we got 4 teams that are undefeated so far. Washington, the Chiefs, the Steamers, who is formerly the Ravens, the Red Boy Lightning, and then the Bucks. They're all off to undefeated starts so far through 7 weeks. Other than that, I mean, most of the playoff teams are roughly the same as they were at the end of last season. So I don't know if anything stand out to y'all so far this season. I the only thing that stood out to me so far, it seems like we're some rivalries are starting to brew up. Yeah, which is kind of neat to see. It seems like Dizzle's got this Dizzle versus the world mentality right now. That's kind of
he's like Don from last year.
Yeah, he's kind of exactly. Kind of like Don from last year. He's like putting everything on his shoulders, and he's just like, I don't care what nobody says. I'm going out here. I'm leading the league in rushing. I'm leading the league in passing, and I'm gonna win every game, and I'm gonna go win this bowl. Good.
It's the NFC East, because it's him and Smoot. You know what I mean? They like it's them two versus the South. It's them two versus the South.
Yeah. You got.
Did Dizzle beat Trev today?
He did. He did beat Trev today. Which. So with that game, because Trevor was in control of that game. Trevor is the Orlando Wizards owner. He formerly the Panthers. He moved the Panthers for some reason. Now they're the Wizards, the Orlando Wizards. For some odd reason, you get rid of the best uniforms in the game. Trevor was in control in the first half of that game for the most part. They were kind of going back and forth a little bit, but Trevor had a two-score lead at halftime. But I think what triggered Dizzle, and we tried to tell Trevor this. We know Trevor is a celebrator.
Yes, he is.
Too bad. I say for another part.
We know Trevor is a celebrator, and he got an interception right before halftime with Dante Jackson, and Dante Jackson's the fastest cornerback in the league. I feel like you got to try to make a chance at a return. You know, even if there's freaking 11 people in front of you, you at least got to see if you can make somebody miss. Instead, what he does is he gets the interception and he goes out of bounds while celebrating, while taunting. He doesn't get any points before halftime. And it basically went all downhill from there. And he ended up losing the game. I think he ended up losing by a touchdown. It might have been a touchdown plus a field goal, but the celebrating stuff, man. Come on.
It's not necessary. I wish they take it out the game. I wish if your player is known to do that in real life, they should do it automatically. I don't think they should give you a choice to do that type of stuff.
I don't think they should give you a choice to do it either. I think it should definitely be some kind of automatic trigger thing. It should be something, but
you know they have that. Is it the personality rating? If your personality rating for the player is like above 75 or some shit like that, they do a little celebration or something like that. That's cool.
Sure.
But all that extra stuff with bums, you're getting dudes who's lucky to get it. Because let's be serious real quick. Not everyone in this league is great lurkers. The computer's getting a lot of interceptions and there's a lot of bad throws being had. So it's like, let's keep it in perspective. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I'm not going to condemn them.
Yeah. But, yeah, some cool little rivalries starting to brew up. But other than that, we're, a lot of rookie quarterbacks are starting. That draft that we just had that draft was loaded with quarterbacks. I think we have 8 or 9 rookie quarterbacks starting across the league. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Next episode we'll kind of have more in depth on what the season looks like because we're still waiting for this season to kind of shake out. It's kind of we're not quite at the midpoint yet. So we'll talk more about the season. Did anything stand out to y'all though that y'all wanted to mention real quick before we move on?
I'm glad I know now that celebrating irritates people because I'm gonna do that shit to make pee when I'm playing.
It only irritates certain people. Some people, I guess, aren't fazed by it.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't irritate everybody. But at the same time, I think, I would think a majority of people take it as a sign of disrespect. And I would have to imagine in that situation that Dizzle locked in after that. He saw that and probably felt disrespected and locked in. You know,
it's like that picture that Sam put in the chat, in the stream chat. It's like once he celebrated, he leaned up in his chair and got serious.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it goes. It strikes a nerve.
Yep.
Yes, when they'll feel that, you disrespecting me? Oh, okay.
Yep.
But I will say this though, Trev celebrates all the fucking time.
He's consistent with it. He's consistent.
He celebrates for everything.
Yeah, he'll celebrate. You know what I'm saying? We playing the EXO that don't matter, no bragging rights on the line. We just allowed to celebrate on like every time.
I don't think he intends it as disrespect, but people can take it that way. He's just probably just like whatever, having fun playing the game. But
don't disrespect me.
See, look, you do it to me.
Dave Cool do that shit. Dave Cool be doing that when he played me. There's a couple times he started celebrating and stuff like that. So like the next game when we played, because he was whooping me the games he was celebrating. That I celebrated with Ruggs one time. I did the little dive in the end zone. Like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, take that.
I had to get a little dirty, man. I try to hurt their quarterback. You can delete that part though.
Oh, Greg Williams out here.
Late hits. That's right. Late hit. What? My bad. It was an accident, bro.
All right, well.
But you got to chill on the celebrate. I mean, celebrating, but it is different.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's part of the game. It's just I guess situationally, you just need to realize when you're going to trigger somebody. And if you're celebrating at halftime only up by a touchdown and a field goal,
that's a little nuts for me, but okay.
Yeah. Well, so we got a surprise for y'all. We I guess it's not much of a surprise, but last episode, of course, we told y'all we wanted to make sure we got in our CGI Bowl champion, and about to join us here is our CGI Bowl champion. Here's our interview with DonCoolGaming. All right. So as you know, of course, we just finished up our first season of Madden 21, our 37th season overall. And at the end of the season, we crowned a CGI Bowl champion. And this year, our CGI Bowl champion was none other than already a 3-time champion. He added a 4th championship to his belt. He's looking for more, I'm pretty sure. He ain't ready to stop at 4. The record is 5. I know he's trying to kill that record. We are joined by CGI Bowl 37 champion, none other than DonCoolGaming. What's up, Don? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. What it do, man? I'm excited, man. It's the first time I'm on the podcast. You know what I mean? Hopefully not the last time.
Yeah, there you go. If you win some more championships, it won't be the last time. Welcome to the Commissioners Report. We're glad to have the champ on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us, let's learn about DonCoolGaming. Let's learn about DonCoolGaming as a Madden player. When did you start playing Madden? When did you first start getting into Madden?
I mean, I was playing Madden years before, but then kind of stopped. Was on 2K for a little bit. Then, obviously we know Millie. I guess he was here before me, and then he added his brother, and then his brother was talking to me about, there's a Madden league online, 32 guys. Like build your team, play football. You know what I mean? Like I love football, so that was definitely something I was like, okay, that sounds kind of interesting. Then once I kind of came into the league, I see how how professional and I kept things going. And I was like, okay, this is my kind of thing here. Competitive. Something to do on the pastime while playing football. Not necessarily like the best football game, but that's all we got. So
Yeah, that's for another segment. We'll touch on that. now you, right. Now you said competitive, but when you first joined, competitive wasn't really working in your favor, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was something new to me. So I think you get new growing pains, I guess. So coming in, I think league has always been competitive, but for me, obviously, I wasn't one of like the better users, so I had to kind of work my way up. I tried my best to, like, the way I am, I hate to lose, so I felt like I had to kind of better my game. So I just kept paying attention to all the best users that I thought around the time. You, Kid, Red Boy. Obviously, we all know Red Boy. He definitely he was willing to help me out, teach me pretty much. And we was Xing a little bit, and I kind of got the groove and rhythm, and then I guess I just started from there and kept going forward with it.
Don, let me ask you a question. Don, let me ask you a question.
Right, what's up?
What was the switch? What was the flip where you was like, I can't take this shit no more. I gotta lab. I gotta get better. What was the switch?
Honestly, I think it was that division we had that one year where it was like Charles, me, you, Millie, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just kind of like, Millie be talking his shit. So,
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
So we triggered. We like, all right, bet. Now we can't be no laughing stock at this point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna talk shit, you gotta be able to back it up. So
yeah,
like at that point, I was like, all right, like I felt like the best way to improve my game is to learn from the better ones, the ones I could really that can coach me up pretty much. And so I did that, and I just kept going forward with it.
Well, of course, you lucked up in our team selection draft, and you got the number 6. It was either number 5 or number 6 overall pick. It was number 5. It was number 5. So you were
number 5. Yeah.
Yeah, you were the first user, the first non-commissioner to pick. And what were you thinking when you saw the list of teams that was available when I DM'd you?
Bro, I do this every year. Before I really get a chance to pick my teams, I kind of go through Exos, play with different teams, get the feel of the game. I felt like last year I think I was trying too much, trying to do a lot of new shit too much, and kind of stepped away from what was working for me. So this season I was definitely like, all right, I'm going to just go back to what was, staying balanced, having speed, and obviously the Chiefs were the best team in the game. So when I saw them, like when I saw them, I was playing with them in the EXO, and I knew, damn, like if I had this offense, it'd be like really unstoppable. But like I said, I've been playing with other teams, and I was assuming I would not get a top 5 pick. So really, when I was looking at teams, I'm like, all right, let's see what teams might fall. Maybe the Chargers. I feel like AFC West was like, there was 2 teams in there that I was definitely looking at, the Chargers, Raiders. Then like the Chiefs maybe, but I didn't assume they would drop to me. So I just kind of, didn't think about them. I was thinking about the Browns. I had the Browns in one league. But I ended up picking them in another league. So I kind of stayed away from them as far as CGI goes. But yeah, I was really looking at AFC West teams like the Chargers and Raiders. And then, thank goodness, the Chiefs just fell to me. I was like, you know what, man? I'm just going to pick them and just run with them this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you get you get blessed with the Chiefs, but I mean, you take what you got, right?
I mean, anybody in my position, man, if you really was trying to come out here and really win, like, Chiefs were one of the better teams to pick from. So
yeah,
I'd rather that than have to be in the AFC West and have to deal with them. So I was like,
That's a fact. Yeah.
That's what I don't get about, like, when people, say, oh, Don got the Chiefs, this and that, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be doing that. Anybody in the league who would have been in that position, picking 5 overall, the first non-commissioned pick, and the Chiefs was available, you would have picked the Chiefs too, dog.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like we said in the chat, it's no guarantee that if somebody else would have picked the Chiefs, there's no guarantee they would be going on a run that Don is going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's user based. It's user based. You could have the Chiefs and still not know how to utilize them the way Don knows how to utilize them. So you know what I mean. How do you feel, Don, when you be hearing the small? Now we know it's all jokes and shit talk, but how do you be feeling when you be hearing people try to disrespect your Madden game, saying only reason why you winning is because of you get top picks, which is not true, but go ahead.
I mean, for me, bro, yes, the Chiefs are a nice team. I can't deny that. You know what I mean? Like they really are hard to stop. So it helps, but at the same time, it's like no matter what team I had, I was always gonna try to go out and compete as best as I could. Obviously, the Chiefs are a team that win now, so like I felt like I was like I should have. If you feel like you're good and you got one of the win now teams, like you should feel like you should come out and win most of your games or get a championship chance. So for me, like I think a while ago it used to bug me. I ain't gonna hold you. Like the little trash talk, but it was more Madden based. Like I don't take none of this outside of Madden. As long as we stick it to Madden, we keep it, trolling inside the chat and we leave it like that, then it's cool with me. You know what I mean? I'm with it. But outside of that, I don't listen to it too much more, man. I felt like I did when it was time for me to prove, when like the first time I won my Super Bowl and then the second time, like I felt like I did enough there where I was like, all right, I competed and I beat some of the best. I'm always competing every year. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just comes down to like somebody else beating me and they go on and, do their thing. So there's good users in there. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But, I just try to keep it. I felt like last Madden, I didn't keep it too leveled. I was too pissed off all the time.
Understandably so. I understand. I understand.
Like
last year was Don Cool versus the world.
Exactly.
Madden 20 was definitely like we all know Madden is Madden, you know what I mean? But Madden 20 for me last year was really it got to me a little bit for sure. So like I tried like this year I just tried my best to, let me not take Madden on my game. You get what I'm saying? Like not like shit happens. It's gonna happen.
Right.
We picked up the game. This is the game we're gonna play. So we're gonna have to swallow the pill when it comes to all the bullshit that Madden be putting on. So
absolutely.
Try your best.
Now you went go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so now you went in the regular season, this is the 2020 season, first season here of CGI Madden 21. You went 15-1 through the regular season. Your only loss came to, you said 14-2? Oh, yeah. Okay. So your only two losses came to the Chargers in week 17, and then you lost to the Raiders at some point there, right?
Yeah. Raiders and Chargers, both division teams, man.
Well, I mean, you play them enough. Eventually, they're gonna steal one from you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then
tough with the Raiders, man. He's tough. I played him the other day, and I'm like, yo, just the speed, the speed is crazy, man.
Right. Yeah. It's like you get to watch what you're doing to people, but
yeah.
but it's happening to you instead. But it was a good regular season for you. Obviously, you came up short of number 1 seed. I think you were number 2 seed, right?
Yeah, 2 seed.
2 seed, and then let's see, who were your playoff matchups in the wild card round? In the wild card round, you took on the Chargers in a rematch.
Yeah, it was the Chargers. Yeah. Then I went on to play. Actually,
you played the Jags.
There we go.
Yep.
Then I played Red Boy. Then I played Cam. I pretty much played all of them all in one day.
You did. You were knocking them games out.
Never again, man.
Talk about that AFC Championship real quick versus Red Boy. While we got both of y'all here side by side in the Zoom.
I mean, like at that point, I think with Red Boy, he plays at a pace. Like if you ever notice, it's like when he play, like he's just high speed going, and he don't stop. And one of the things that helps, obviously, for me is that I had speed, so I can just kind of spread the field and go for big plays and play that same pace with him. I'm pretty much familiar with how he likes to play, tries to run the football. I knew Hollywood Brown was going to be the problem, but I still really couldn't stop him. It was just pretty much a high-scoring game, and at that point, I know if it's going to be a high-scoring game, I got the best offense in the game. As long as I can just at least get 1 or 2 turnovers, then it'll still work in my favor, But it was a high-scoring game. I didn't like how many points I put up. I let him put up on that game for real, but it's hard, man. It's hard.
Man, that's what I said about it, man. Anytime my offense could put up 38 points, I would never think that I would lose, man. But at anytime, you like you said, you're going up against the best offense. You got a quarterback with a bazooka arm and a receiver.
Is
I think that's the 99 acceleration. Well, two of them. You know what I'm saying? That can blow the top off any coverage, any defense you run on it, and you can't just double one because the other one will burn you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went into that game with a pretty solid game plan, but we gave up 50 points in the AFC title game. You're not gonna win when you do that. But I think if I could put a little prediction on it, I think me and Don gonna be playing in the AFC Championship again this season.
Oh,
I definitely got something for him. But if anybody can beat me, man, like we seen, man, it's Don. It's Don. Don know exactly how I play. I know exactly how he plays. He's gonna make the adjustments to stop me. I'm gonna make the adjustments to stop him. And yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, man. He definitely came a long way from where we started. Labbing, he took away a lot of good things, and it seems like now I can't even beat him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going up for nobody else. I'd say that, but
it came back and bit you all these years later.
And he got the fucking Chiefs. Oh Lord.
You like the Bill Parcells out here? Got the whole coaching tree out here, man.
And then you went on to CGI Bowl 37. This is your fifth CGI Bowl appearance. Six.
I believe it's six actually.
Six. Okay.
Side.
Yeah. Okay. So your sixth CGI Bowl appearance, and you go up against somebody who made their first CGI Bowl appearance in Cam Bam. He had the Falcons. He's a member of our coveted side tree, as we all know them as. And that game was kind of ugly for you for a little while. What was going on? Mentally, were you in it early on, or what?
I'm not going I won't take away from when you're ready to play, you're ready to play. You know what I mean? But honestly, man, I just think I was still feeling the high off playing Red Boy and the pace that he plays, and so high pace that when I went into that bowl, I kind of did go in Cam can't beat me. No way he can. But at the same time, it's that's a terrible mindset to kind of go in because you never know. With Madden, you never know.
Never.
And he played well when he was backing up. And I didn't my ego, bro. It's just one of those things where you really try to back up your corners, that's gonna stop me. You know what I mean? So then I kind of was going through it and making terrible reads and things of that nature. But the thing, I felt with that bowl, as bad as I played, the fact that I made a GM move as far as grabbing the cornerback from the J.C. Jackson, grabbing a corner from Ant from the Patriots, and he just came in big for me. He had 3 interceptions that game. Defense was trying to keep pace with him. I think there was one interception though. I felt I guess Cam said he kind of quick hiked, and it was kind of bad. I definitely played sloppy. I'm like I said, I played kid. Obviously, he's a tough player. Loves to run the ball. I figure I played kid enough, so I kind of understand his style and how he plays. So and his team it was the Jags, so I didn't feel like he was ready yet as far as his team goes.
Yeah.
So I felt confident there. Red Boy, I know, and I play with, but like I said, the Chiefs' offense is it's hard. And I felt during that time, at least while I was peaking, just finished playing kid, I was all right, I'm ready. I was ready. And then that night playing late, it was just coming off playing Red Boy, playing fast pace, trying to move the ball, going up and down the field, trying to score as many points. It just didn't work for Cam. That's why when you play different players, you gotta come up with a better scheme and try to play better and try to make the right reads.
Was there a moment in that bowl game where it kind of where you realized you had to turn it on, where you realized you had to flip the switch because you were in a close game, a closer game than you probably think it should have been?
Yeah, I think it came in that third quarter. Like I had that drive where I ended up scoring a touchdown. I think it was to tie. And like I think then I was like, all right, now I really gotta like because I finished having the ball in the red zone and then I went for it. And his safety made a great read and like picked it off and like turned it like for I think it was a pick six. So at that point I was like, damn, all right, we really gotta focus and step up. And so we tried to do that, but really it was defense. Like defense really came big for me. We know the Chiefs defense isn't that great, but obviously I made some good GM moves and we were able to contain it well, scored enough points where we didn't have to worry too much about how bad the defense was. And like we came up big with it. So
there you go.
Kudos to the defense.
Yep, there you go. And then kudos to our guy Broman because he got you your trophy sent to you. That's your flex. You had the flex of the century in our chat. dropping the Super Bowl, dropping the CGI Bowl picture.
I was a little tipsy. I ain't gonna hold you. I got my shorty here with me, so you know.
My bad.
There you go. There you go.
I got one more for you, Don. I've been meaning to ask you this, and a lot of people want to know. We want to know how you feel about the Patriots being sorry this year. Go.
Oh my God! You hear this guy?
Bro, I'm not one of them New Englanders that think we were gonna be nice, bro. I've been trying to tell people this year our defense might be good enough to keep us in some games, but the way our offensive scheme works, the short passing and all that, we have no receivers, no tight ends for Cam to even have to throw to, want to throw to. We're going to really keep it real basic, run a read option, high school offense. After a while, teams are going to read that, man, especially in the NFL. So I really wasn't expecting my team to be this nice I'm expecting them to be this trash for sure. But you never know, man. Bill might, surprise you sometimes. So might steal a couple more games. But outside of that, I feel like the Bills is probably the best team in this division, and they were definitely going to take the division. So
you feel how we all feel, all the teams. Our teams are terrible. So now your team's actually still better than our team, though. All of our teams combined.
Yeah, he's got more wins than both of our teams here.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So you still haven't really felt the pain, but you close. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, Just curious.
Hey,
I know you used to win it.
This full year for sure. We'll be back though. I ain't worried. Bill will figure it out all season. We're finally gonna get some picks. Hopefully he don't trade down like he normally do, and then we can get some players, and then hopefully we'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
Until then, I hope the Bucks win it though.
Oh,
Respect.
Going for his boy Tom. Going for his boy Tom.
Tom come out there and get a dub.
Forever Brady.
Forever Brady.
You done gave me too much joy, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of his career for sure, man.
So you just won the first CGI Bowl of the Madden 21 cycle. What do you think about your chances for repeating and being a back-to-back CGI Bowl champion? And if so, who do you think it will be your biggest competition along the way, and a potential Super Bowl matchup if you make it there?
I don't really like to look too ahead, bro. To be honest, man, I really don't. I feel like I'm ready for anybody. To be honest, the thing is, it's like I have as far as I've been playing, I've been paying attention to the defense, and the run defense has been kind of ugly, man. I know Kid had 200 yards rushing on me. If teams kind of keep rushing like that, play that, what I like to call Chinese torch offense, where it's like they run the ball to 2 or 3 yards every time, driving, killing clock, possessions. My offense has speed enough to weather that, but at the same time, it's I don't want to have to depend on that. I've always been defense first. So for me, having to watch my defense give up 24, 30 points, I don't like that shit. So hopefully we made a decent trade. Hopefully he can come in and make a contribution to the run game, run defense. And then, I hope to be there again. Hope to keep adding. I have 4, but only one of these things. So it's lonely. It's already feeling lonely.
Oh, man.
So we need to add some more, man. We need to put some more up here.
There we go. Well, we got a order. We're in week 7 going into week 8. You're undefeated to this point, so you're well on your way to at least get into the playoffs. well, like you said, you don't like to look too far ahead, so we'll just stick to that.
we aim for playoffs, no matter the seed, as long as we get in there, and then destiny there at that point. Just go out and try to be your best, win these games, and hopefully. I mean, I feel like Red Boy Kid, just because I know, like, they know me, they know my style, they know how they play, they adjust well. Nick P's definitely been a tough, like. All right, we got to address something here.
I knew this was coming.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Look, I'm paying attention now. I'm
pull your seat up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let me. I'm in class right now.
Like last year, I didn't feel like he was really in my head. It was just like one of those, like when I would play him, some weird shit would just happen where it's just like for example, right? It'll be a 3rd and 20. And, like, I got him right where I need him. And then he'll try to throw a one-on-one deep ball. There'll be a penalty. It was rough. Like, it would just get to my head. And he play the style of the way he plays is good, especially when, like, the way Red Boy broke it down. Like, he likes to get into the 3rd and short, 2nd and short situations where, like, you can really call anything when it's 2nd and 10, when it's 2nd and 6 versus 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11, versus like you having to pass. And then Madden 20 had this thing where like you can be 3rd and 15, and I come out like you got to pass. I'm assuming you got to pass. Like realistically, you're looking at it, you pass it. But dudes would get in the inside zone and get all 15 yards, and it would like, what can you do with that?
Yeah, nah, no bullshit.
Like there was nothing you could really do with that last year. So, like, things like that, it was just – that's why I said Madden 20 was just one of those games that just – it got to my head, bro. Like, this shit like that would happen, and, like, I couldn't just put it behind me. So, with Nick P, like I said, his style of play, it's hard to stop just because, you know, it can gain him 2 or 3 yards, and it's going to help. But, you know, you just gotta do the best you can, man. So shout out to him for, you know, getting this bowl last year. I was complaining about his style as far as like the base defense, especially when guys come out 5 wide and go in base. But the season he won his bowl, he mixed it up and he did his play call. So I can't, like, at that point, I don't hate on nobody when they play the way that, you know, we intend to play, the sim style. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'm good, man. I'm ready for anybody, bro.
So just to set the record straight, you're saying that he did not have your number last year, as Wakanda has often said.
He didn't feel like he did. But you know, yeah.
There you go. Well, there we go. We got our again season 37, our CGI Bowl 37 champion. 4-time CGI Bowl champion, DonCoolGaming, joining us here on the Commissioner's Report. And we thank you for your time, Don. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens. We'll see if you're back.
Just a heads up, I definitely want to tell you guys thank you. Appreciate. I don't know if people think I'll be trolling or whatever, but Game, I got hella respect for you being a commish, having to deal with 30 other niggas and the complaining and all the extra nonsense and stuff like that, yo. Y'all made a great league, bro. Real talk. Bro, man, thank you very much for connecting with the trophies. It looks fucking great next to the gaming system, everything. Like, I appreciate the commissioners. Y'all do y'all thing, man. Y'all really do. Y'all put a lot of work into it, and it's really growing. Appreciate all the other users that come out, do their best, play as hard as they can. Great league, man. Really appreciate it.
Hey, man. Don, we appreciate you too, bro. You've been an elite user for a long time. And, man, and I like seeing the good brothers win, man. I don't like seeing these raggedy niggas win.
I wasn't going to put it like that, but yeah, I feel you. Let me echo that.
All right, Don, go ahead and go shine that trophy up some more. We'll catch you around next time.
Appreciate it, brothers. Thank you.
All right, Joe.
All right, so yeah, that was our interview with DonCoolGaming. That was good. Don did a good job there. Don did a good job there, and of course, you know, we'll probably have him back on a future episode. As far as we know, the way his season's looking, this this
Right.
point. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not having it.
Uh-oh.
Red Boy said the next interview is gonna be with him.
I never had no guts.
It's just gonna be me.
We on a mission. That's all I'm gonna say. We on a mission.
All right,
Yes,
so,
sir.
so before we close this out, let's go ahead and jump into CGI Sports Den. We are in week 8 of the NFL season, and both of our teams fucking suck.
Suck.
The whole division is just throw the whole division away, bro. Just throw the whole division away.
Jay Williams on ESPN. He said, "I don't want to see no team from the NFC East in the playoffs." And I said, "You know what, Jay? I absolutely agree with you. Don't nobody want to see that shit."
Why would you want to go to the playoffs just to get embarrassed? You can't beat none of those other teams.
The division winner is gonna be 7-9.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chris?
He said the division winner is gonna be 7-9.
I don't see nobody in our division winning over 6 games.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6.
I would call it 6, but
You think that we would have a division winner that's 6-10? Yeah, that would have to be like the worst in the NFL history.
Well, the Eagles, if they win the division, they have a tie on their record. So let's just say they win 6 games. They have already won 3, so they have to win 3 more. They would get in at 6-9-1 at that point. Still ugly. Not that makes it any better, but
I think they're the best team out of the division, unfortunately, as far as from top to bottom. Yeah, they have injuries, but I mean, they don't have any glaring. I mean, what is their offensive line is bad, I guess, but other than that, they have.
Yeah, their offensive line's not bad. Yeah, it's just injured. Yeah,
They're missing Alshon
Jeff, they're missing a couple people, but I still think they're better than the other 3 teams. The Giants suck. Washington sucks. Dallas is giving up points at a historic rate.
Bruh.
I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like no joke. I'm not even gonna say. I actually saw y'all play when we played y'all. I said, "Yo, they're really bad. Like they're bad as shit. Like we're actually doing good against them. That's how I know you guys are bad."
No, listen. Anytime you get smacked by the no names, oh yeah, it's time to thank you. Put it in the bag, bruh. It's time to go for that top 5 draft pick.
The sad thing about that game was the Washington football team, I don't think we scored after half. I think we scored a field goal after halftime, and that was it. Like the fact that we only needed 20 offensive points to beat y'all, 23 offensive points to beat y'all. And then I think we scored a safety, so we had 25 points total. The fact that we even scored that many points for one is a miracle all in itself. But the fact that that's all we needed to beat y'all is just that's insane.
Our defense is like when you watch our defense, you can tell that either they're not watching film, they don't buy into Mike Nolan, and they're like them dudes. I feel like I told you before, D. I told you this after we lost that game. I feel like Dallas needs to go to. You can't wear a star on your helmet. You got to earn that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like certain people, because it gets to bad mistake. Like Jalen Smith, bro. Like yesterday.
Bro. That's our man.
No. I listen. I love Jalen. I love him. But it be plays where you could just click like dog. Like what angles are you taking at the running back, bro?
Bro,
like,
he is not reading his keys. He's shooting the wrong gaps. He's taking false steps in pass coverage. It's like, bruh, where's the phenom that we seen that we took the chance on with the 2nd round pick after you blew your knee out? You know what I'm saying? None of that is present this season, bruh. He's not the leader on defense that he usually is. We had an injury with Van Der Esch. I'm my bad. This my couch therapy right here, dog. Oh my God. Suck, dog. We literally fucking suck. We can't move the ball on offense. We can't stop nosebleed on defense. This is why Dak should have got paid. He was moving this offense. He was moving us, even with the injuries to our O-line, he was still moving the offense, dog. Horrible.
I was on Twitter the other day, and I was so enraged. I wanted to, whoever typed this tweet, I wanted to say, man, if I could find your address so I could pull up on you. They was like Ezekiel Elliott without a line is Trent Richardson.
Oh.
And I was
Solution.
That's kind of funny though.
hey son. But it's so crazy, but it blew me.
Man.
But here's the
that
thing.
was funny.
Here's the beauty of it though. Ernest Dickerson, he was on Undisputed, and he said it. He was like, I don't care how talented of a running back you are. You could be the fastest, you could be the most powerful, but if you don't have no line, you can't do shit. And our only offensive lineman on there is Connor Williams. That was a starter, and he is the worst one out of our whole fucking O-line. That's one person that we want to get injured. We want him to get injured, bruh. Like, we don't want him on the field because he be getting toast. I just never thought that Dallas would be this bad. I think it's a combination of not having an off season, not having a training camp and all that other stuff. But I also just feel like either the game has passed Mike McCarthy and Mike Nolan by, or the players, we just don't have a locker room.
Definitely Mike Nolan. He's
huh?
Mike Nolan's the worst, bro. I don't know why y'all hired him. His defenses, if you go look at it, his defenses have been like bottom 20s for a bit.
That's his man, and he felt like he owed him. You know what I mean? But I really, really miss Chris Richards and Rob Marinelli, because if we had Chris Richards and Rob Marinelli, we wouldn't have been playing like this on no motherfucking defense. Not at all. Not at all, bro.
Hey, let me say this out there. I was talking with my wife the other day. I said, wouldn't it be funny if y'all were bad enough, the Cowboys, to, let's say, get into the Lawrence sweepstakes, right? And y'all let Dak walk in free agency and we signed him. I think that would be funny.
I'd be sick. I think I signed him.
He'll have motivation. Oh, they turn their back on me. Yada, yada, yada. Let me stay within the division. You know how
he would torture our ass twice a year.
Well, I mean, that would be a very Washington thing to happen too, for us to go ahead and sign him, and only God knows what's going to happen beyond that. But
right,
the Washington thing to happen, if that would happen.
No! Don't do it.
Hey!
Open up that can of worms. Now you got to deal with it. Y'all would sign this Bama for the $40 million he asking for, and he would throw 25 interceptions every year.
See, there you go.
Probably start getting hurt and become stupid. Yeah,
he
might have a point. You might be on to something.
Stadium, throwing that money, making it rain. Be down Park every fucking Friday.
Totally different person. He hang out with John Wall. Yeah, Rose Bar with John Wall. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Solution, you brought up something interesting before we started about Lamar Jackson. Now, of course, just for context, this past weekend, the Steelers and the Ravens faced off in their first of two matchups this year. The Steelers came into the game undefeated. They left the game undefeated, as Lamar had 3 turnovers. I think it was two picks and a fumble, something of that sort. It was either 3 or 4 turnovers. He put the game on his shoulders as far as being his fault, because he turned the ball over too many times, including the first pass of the game. I think I picked off and taken to the house for 6. Yeah. So, so it's kind of stirring up a little narrative about Lamar maybe not being a big game guy. But what were you going to say though?
Well, the way I look at it, I know this was coming into question as when he was a rookie, his accuracy and him in the pocket as a quarterback. And, the Ravens, they're a front-running team because they're a super run-heavy team. They don't really like the pass. And once they have the lead on you, they're just going to drain the clock, run, short pass here, whatever the case may be. Maybe take a shot deep if it's there. But whenever they're down and Lamar Jackson has to become a quarterback and, drop back and read defenses and put throws in tight windows and things like that, he, to me, from my observation, he's just not capable of it. He's another one of these mobile quarterbacks that are put in a system to help them, be as a real quarterback while still doing read options and, design QB runs similar to Cam Newton. That's why, we all saw what happened to Cam Newton. He fumbled the other day. That was a game-winning drive where he had the ball in his hands and they called a run play for him. Either they called a run play or he decided to run, whatever the case may be. But that's his thing. That's how he plays the game. And as you can see, it costed him by not being able to sit back in the pocket, read his defenses, go through his progressions, this, that, and the other, and be a real quarterback. So my thing is with Lamar Jackson, I just don't think that, yeah, you can get to a Super Bowl with him, sure. Why not? But if you get down 20 by 3 scores and you got 5 minutes to go, can he bring you back? Can he give you a chance?
Yeah, and I think that was in question. I think it was in question last year when they had a 13-3 season last year, which was great. But a lot of their games early on, I mean, they were destroying teams out the gate. They were just putting up points so fast that they never had to fight in any of their in a lot of their games. They had the game against the Chiefs that was really tough on them. They had another late season game that was really tough on them, but that front running question is definitely there for sure.
I mean, and it was crazy because that I went to that Tennessee Baltimore Ravens playoff game, and being there, you could look and just tell like they know everything that he was going to do. Like he was literally out there by himself. It baffles my mind that they don't get the receivers involved like that. It's run game, Mark Andrews. That's it. That is it. And if you stop that, you can stifle. You know the Ravens are ranked last in offense right now?
Oh, God.
He's still not good at throwing outside the numbers. That's why where the tight ends at, they're in between the numbers. They're in between the hashes. So easy throws like that. He has an arm. He just don't. The accuracy is just not there.
Yeah, big targets that could body the oncoming defender, so they can pretty much just box him out and get the ball. But I think you make a point. They are good front runners because they get a league and they just chew the clock and let their defense eat. You know what I'm saying? They'll have a fucking long ass 7-minute drive, up 10 already. Now they up 17, and their defense has just been sitting on the sideline, ready to be unleashed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
yeah, I mean their leading receiver in that game yesterday was Willie Snead. That's not good. That's not
at all.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
Where is the involvement of Hollywood Brown? Where is the involvement of Devin Duvernay?
You see what he tweeted, right?
Who's that? Who? Hollywood?
Hollywood Brown. Yeah.
Oh, what'd he say?
What's the point of having soldiers if you ain't gonna use them?
Ever. And then he put never in like all caps and exclamation point.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that play that they lost the game on was one of those things. Like, you knew Lamar was going to run. Everybody knew Lamar was going to run that shit.
Yep.
Like, Lamar, we love you. We love you for running. We do. But, bruh, everybody in the stadium know that if the Ravens need to make a play, you're going to be the one that makes the play. So, when knowing that, get your other guys involved, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, drop back, take off. It's like, we know you about to do that, Lamar. And as soon as he dropped back, you saw the linebacker shoot for the gap right away. Like, go ahead. We know he right to him.
Bruh, he needs to go talk to Mike Vick. Mike Vick is the only mobile quarterback that I've seen. I could be wrong, but I've seen with my eyes that has went from run first to when he got out of jail and he came back with, was it Philly? And he was just in the pocket. He was doing everything. He was doing whatever he wanted. He wasn't the greatest pocket passer, but he made vast improvements. And I think
he was tired of getting fucked up.
Of course. And that's the thing with Lamar Jackson. He can't do this shit.
When he was in Philly, I think that's when they gave him that contract before they traded him. He was passing from the pocket. Bruh, not enough is said about Mike Vick arm strength, dog.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Crazy arm strength. It's one of the things I've seen, especially from a guy that size. He only 6. He listed at 6 foot, but he may be 5'11".
Yeah. You want to talk about somebody who could spin it? He can spin that motherfucker.
I just think with Lamar Jackson, they just need to. It's the same thing that happened with Cam. People saying, "Oh, Cam is done," and I don't think it's from an attribute standpoint. I mean, from like a ability standpoint, he beat up, man. Of course, he's gonna have shoulder problems. When he throws the ball, it looks like it hurts every time he throws the ball. He's making an ugly face when he throws, like his shoulder's about to pop off. And I blame Ron Rivera and the coaching staff in Carolina for running him into the ground. But that's what you have to do with guys who aren't accurate. If your legs are what you got you there, that's it. I mean, that's what Lamar's going to be.
He got the same type of mileage on him that a running back does.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. He's getting hit almost every play.
A lot of Cam Newton's thing was he would throw high a lot, so they had to go get him. They had to go get him big receivers who could go up and get them high balls because he just consistently was throwing the ball high. So
yeah,
I don't know. I hope this isn't the case with Lamar. I hope he doesn't get the tag of being. I know I like Lamar. He's a good dude. He's an exciting player to watch. I just hope he doesn't get this tag of he can't come up big in the big games. I hope he doesn't get this tag of he's a front runner. I hope he doesn't get this tag of his accuracy really isn't all that. All he can do is throw to wide open people. I mean, everybody can, I guess, but
I'm just saying, man. He won.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Now I just feel like he has to go through the growing pains.
Yeah.
Understand that, you know what I'm saying? Shit's not sweet. The things that if y'all want to see a great sports interview where it talks about coaching and knowing your players and things of that nature, Gilbert Arenas did an interview with Earl Watson on his podcast. And he talks about like how, okay, I know this player is going to do this move. In 3 seconds, he's going to go for his jump shot and do things of that nature. People in the NFL know the same thing when it comes to quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, all that shit as well. When you study your opponent, you know what their tendencies are and what they're going to do. You know what I mean? I just feel like Lamar needs to add more to his game. I think they need to unleash that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have him add more to his game. And throw that ball, bro. Because he got an arm. He got an arm.
He definitely got an arm. I don't think he can control it, though, man. He got a real strong arm, but his accuracy just – when you see some of the balls that are released from his hand, like the Jones be wobbly. Them Jones, he has a ways to go to become a quarterback, but I feel like it's kind of difficult at this point to get better.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we do have to remember this is just his third year. I mean, last year was so spectacular. We kind of forget that this is only his third year, so he's got a long way to go. He's got a long way to go, and like you said, growing pains. This is just a part of the process. He's in his junior year in the league. People are kind of figuring out the run portion of his game a little bit here and there, except for Washington, because we still gave up a 50-yard run to him. But whatever.
Yeah. Any mobile quarterback kills us. Any tight end, any mobile quarterback, and your tight end doesn't have to be good.
But yeah, eventually he's gonna have to lean off of just throwing the tight ends and running backs. He's got to throw to them wide receivers eventually too.
Yeah, I think they set it up that way. I don't know if they completely trust him to run that type of stuff on the outside. But
hey, maybe
I don't know.
Maybe Dez is gonna come in and throw up a couple X's as the season goes on.
If there's anybody that can come save the day, it's definitely the big 8-8.
Man, I cannot believe he's back in the league. Son, Dez Bryant is a bum. He's a bum. He has not been good for like 6 years, bro. He's a bum. Bum.
I'm not getting into this.
And this is where we close the podcast out.
There's nothing to talk about. The Dez slander is unreal, bro. It's so unreal.
Oh man. Well, we want to thank we first of course want to thank DonCoolGaming, our CGI Bowl 37 champion, for coming on the podcast today. Appreciate him coming by. Of course, as always, shout out to Don. He did a good job on the podcast here. Of course, I want to thank y'all, my co-commissioners, for joining me on this episode of the Commissioner Report. And I want to thank y'all for listening. If you are listening, make sure you're following us on Twitter at CGI Madden League. Follow us on YouTube at Clutch Gene at Clutch Gene League. And yeah, we hope you come back with us for our next episode. We'll probably be back in I don't know, let's say a week or two. Maybe a week.
Close to the playoffs.
Close to the playoffs, close to the end of the season, where we got a better idea of what the playoffs are going to look like for season 2 here in Madden 21. For Red Boy Lightning, for the Solution 113, for Matt 88 Titan Thanos, I am the Game 836. We are your commissioners of the CGI Madden League, and you've been listening to the Commissioner's Report, a CGI Madden League podcast. Be easy, everybody.